It's the round 3 edition of the Sunday Roast. We celebrate the winners and roast the losers, Das.
Jev, I don't think the Bombers will win a game for another 10 years. Josh Treacy's got the best hands since Wayne Carey, and the Pies look built for Marvel Stadium.
You know where to find us, at 100k Sports, Apple, Spotify, YouTube, Instagram. Like, subscribe, share to a mate that's never listened to us. Let's go.
And now, 100k Sports and PointsBet presents the Sunday Roast.
Welcome back to the Sunday Roast, the show that celebrates the winners and roasts the losers. The show brought to you by PointsBet StatMate. PointsBet is the greatest betting app on earth with the new pull and feature, Das. It is that good. But joining me as always, Darcy Ballard, Dobe. How are you, brother?
Good. It's been a bit frustrating again. We've said it a million times, we can't be having the top 4 sides having a bye in round 3. But nonetheless, there's still been some pretty enjoyable football. So, Jev, I can't wait to see who we're going to celebrate and roast. What game do you want to start with?
We've got to go to the main event. Saturday night. This is like a UFC when they're around UFC 200 and there's a shit card on 99 that's out of a gym somewhere in bloody Pittsburgh. This was a main event that wasn't that good. Saturday night, loser leaves town match. North beat the Bombers by 12 points, Das. What do you got for me?
What have they lost now, Jev? 16 in a row or 15 in a row?
Oh, whatever it is, it's bad. It's
by an average
bad.
of about 45 points. And unfortunately, it won't be looking as bad because they kicked some of those late goals. But this was one of the worst skilled performances I have ever seen. And to be fair, it was exactly what I wanted to watch. I wanted to watch just mistake after mistake. How many lasso balls came in? Guys were kicking over people's heads. It was an absolute tie fire of a game. Fork sticks in the eyes. Apparently the emergency rooms all around Australia, they were packed out last night. People were just watching the footy, forks in their eyeballs and then taking themselves to the hospital because they couldn't stand to watch it anymore. But Jev, is the biggest winner Hawthorn? Are they the biggest winner from this round? They just looked at a young Finno Sullivan just towel up Zach Merritt. Apparently this is the first time, again, I haven't double checked this, but so Zach Merritt, only 6 times in his career, he's had 10 disposals or less. Every other time, he was either the sub or he was subbed off. This is the first time he's played a full game. He got held to 10 disposals. Now, me and you, we sort of take the piss out of Finno Sullivan a little bit, just saying in his first 2 years, there's never been a man who's been caught holding the ball more than him. He was just tackling the house down last night. I'm all in on him. He's a monster of a kid. I reckon he's grown probably an inch or 2, and it looks like he's put on about 5 kilos. He looks good, and he put his hand up last night at the post-match press conference and just said, I'll do whatever I have to for this team. If I'm the tagger, then that's my job. I love it. The boys, they really got around me when I put my hand up and said, yeah, I'll do it. So had a lot of confidence that I could get the job done. But yeah, this wasn't a good game, Jeb. I still said at the start of the year that I was semi-confident that North may get over 7.5 wins. I'm not confident in that. To be fair, they should be probably 3-0. Well, they could be 3-0. And they're going to miss Tristan Gerry next week that we'll get into. But, Jev, it was a shocking game. And the Bombers actually could win the spoon. They could dead set win the spoon this year.
It might be one of your best takes ever. Just take people behind the curtain a little bit. Right before we started here, I thought we'll start Essendon North. Das, you go first. I'll go second because I've got a take. Das just took my take a little bit there. Oh, no. If your name is Zach, look out. There's a bloke named Finno Sullivan that is giving all Zachs the business. Round 1, he gave Zach Butters the business. Round 3, he gave Zach Merritt the business. This Finno Sullivan kid, we all talk about, would you rather Laylaw or Jagger? He feels like he's a mix of both. As you said, he's huge. He's put on a bit of size, but he's still that lean body that's lightning fast, explosive, and he looks like a winner. As you said, I'm all in on him. You're all in on him. I just loved what I saw last night. He looks like he's going to build up to be the same build as Isaac Heaney does. He looks like he's going to fit into that mold, like strong, lean sort of thing, can tackle, lightning fast. I was so impressed with what he did at Zach Merritt. He held Zach Merritt to 10 touches, as you said. He had 23 or 24 himself, tackled all night. Just looks like a winner. He looks like he could be their best player. Go past all of them, like the one with the most, he plays the winning football the most. Like what we need to win this game, Finno Sullivan is going to deliver to you. So I am so happy for him. I don't think it's just Laylaw versus Jagger anymore in that conversation. Like, who would you rather? I think he enters that chat straight away. So impressed. Nick Larkey is moving like Wayne Carey since he became the captain. He leads this team so well. So well. You can just tell they've changed. I don't know what he did. I don't know if they're we had Brent Harvey come speak at our footy club once. He said what Wayne Carey was best at was we always played Friday night, and every Saturday, all 24 blokes or whatever that played were straight at the pub at midday, and then Monday morning, every single one of them were at Run Club, getting that extra work in. He's like, we were great on the field, great off the field, and great trainers, and it was all led by Duck. He was first to arrive for the game, first at the pub on Saturday, and first at Run Club Monday. Wonder if Larky's got that going. I wonder if these guys are mates, like closer mates. He's got them drinking more piss together. They're playing harder together. Like, I sort of had this take last week. Do you reckon Ben Mackay wakes up every day to try and win an AFL premiership? Do you reckon every single move he does in his life is to win a premiership, or he's just happy getting paid to be a footballer? I reckon that you can see it at North. It's just switched a little bit. Like, do they want to become winners? Is it now like, nah, the standard has to be winning, and this is what we're going to do to win? I just reckon Larky's just lifted the standards a bit, and yeah, it was a great win. Essendon are absolute cheeks, Das.
It was so good listening to Larky. He's like, I definitely didn't play my best. We didn't play our best, but we've played a lot of good games and lost, so I'm happy to win and play terrible. Like,
correct.
We just need to get the wins on the board. You need to get the wins.
A win.
And it's just so good to see them. Colby McCurch was starting to run out the game. George Wardlaw played like barely any time, but again, it's good to just have him out there and actually running around, crashing some contests. I just thought that Luke Parker, did you say he's a vegan?
Yeah, he's a vegan at the moment.
What tofu is he eating?
Yeah, I know. How good does he look since he's gone vegan? I wonder what's happened there.
And half back.
Vegan Parker is a dog. He's gone to half back, become vegan. He's playing some of his career best football. It's like they've just put his experience and just all the experience behind the ball and said, look at all the talent we've got with LDU, Sheasel, Finno Sullivan, all the talent ahead of the ball. You just set us up so we don't leak as many scores. You clean us up back there and we'll be fine. Oh, man, he's a star.
You would have liked to see North take him to the sword, though, wouldn't you? There was that stage there in the third quarter. I think the commentators kept saying, like, all right, looks like Essendon, like, they've almost run out of tickets here. And they just could not put them away. They could not put them away. We have to talk about... So I'm not sure if you're up to date with all the wags, Jev, and all the misses in the footy. Have you seen Toby Pink's misses? She's been in the media a little bit the last few years, and she posted a TikTok, whether it was last week or the week before, why is my man playing this so well when I'm ovulating? And she was just sending TikToks of Toby Pink on the screen. Toby Pink's misses when she's ovulating. This is a different beast. Like... He's playing out of his skin knowing he's going home and getting a shag. He's playing out of his skin knowing that the missus up in the stands. Oh, how well is he playing? How fast was he running back behind the ball to try and beat Caddy? I thought he played a great game, Toby Pink, the pink stuff.
Because Caddy looked great as well. And just one thing, I fucking love Nate Caddy. I want to talk about him like a bit later, but I fucking love Nate Caddy. And I just love that he's up for the competitiveness of the game. Like, he's up for the competition of, like, Pink's playing well, I'm playing well, we're both having a crack. Let's see who gets the chocolates. Yeah, Toby Pink, there is 100% going to be a little pinky finger running around in 9 months. He's a dog. You just know he's a dog. But he might have got one before the game. He's been playing that well. He's a dog.
Now, we have to talk about... I don't feel we've gone that hard on the Bombers. It's because... Jev, you got to stop meeting AFL players.
Yeah.
You got to stop. And look, it's probably eventually going to turn, and it's part of the roast. We roast as many players as we can. Bit of a piss take, but lucky enough yesterday we had the Run Club. Taj Houghton was there from the Tigers, young Tiger. And Nick Martin. Jev, we spoke to Nick Martin. Ray Romano is the nicest guy in history.
He's the best fucking bloke. And I've got to stop meeting AFL players. I used to love when we didn't know anyone and we just hit blokes between the eyes. Nick Martin was the nicest bloke I've ever met yesterday. Gave me a heap of time. We worked with him at the Run Club at Oz American Ace. It was a good day. And he was just a good bloke. And after that, he had to go to the VFL at Tullamarine, help coach the young guys. Then he went to the AFL at 5 o'clock. He had the headset. He was saying he hears the coaches fucking roast the players from the coach's box, and then the way they speak to him is too different when he actually Brad Scott gets the group. But he was such a good bloke. I'm like, oh, man, I really hope it all works out for you at Essendon. And I'm like, no, I don't. I hate the Bombers. I drank Nick Martin's Kool-Aid. I'm all in on him next year. He's going to be all Australian when he comes back from his ACL. But, yeah, good guy. I don't reckon he listens to much media, Das.
I don't think many of them do.
Yeah, he had no idea sort of how much they've been getting ripped in the media. He's like, oh, we're zipping 2. We should win tonight. We'll go to 1 and 2. We got Melbourne in a couple of weeks. Like, it's fine. We'll be all right. Scotty's like, done this week. He's changed this. I'm like, Brad Scott's not there next week, brother. He's gone skis. They're going to leave him in Adelaide after gather round if they lose to the D's, I reckon, Das. Brad Scott's opening a winery, and we will be the first there to drink it up in the Barossa Valley or whatever they are. So, yeah, I've got to stop meeting AFL players. Taj Houghton, I'm buying a Taj Houghton jersey. He was there as well, Tigers player. He is going to be a star. He's a great kid. And he's just like, they're just taking it slow with him. We'll talk about it a bit later, but I can't meet anymore. They're too good at blokes.
So,
I'm the biggest West Coast fan ever now because of Jake Waterman.
Yeah.
I love it. I love the Eagles and Mudflap that much.
Let's quickly go through. I think there's a lot more promise for Essendon's maybe front half of the ground with Caddy, Kako maybe eventually, but the midfield and defensive stocks, just like, I know McGrath, he never really had a single matchup on the night, and you feel like you're always caught out. Like, the camera will go to him, he's like, fuck, he's 2 steps behind. Finished the game with 22, Caldwell, 1 goal late, 22 touches, Parrish, 19, Durham, 19 touches. They just couldn't get their fucking hands on it.
I don't get how, Darcy Parish can't kick a goal, can't spread from break away from a stoppage. His role is to receive the tap from the ruckman and distribute. How the hell does he only have 19 touches under the lid when the ball's pinging around? Like, the game's going so far past these blokes. He's getting stuck in no man's land. And they have him, they have Caldwell. They're all playing the exact same fucking role. They've got to get some different sort of looks in there.
It's just, when you look at some of the guys that they got in, it's like whatever they gave up for Ben Mackay, and then he came out and said, I just feel Essendon, it was them over Hawthorn because I felt like they were closer. North are closer to a flag than you are. Let's keep going up. Who else was next? Who else we have next? Like, even just getting Jade Gresham in.
Yeah.
I know that it's a bit like Carlton at Zach Williams, like that, how we offered him that much money, but you can't just hold on to the cash some years. Like, you have to spend it.
Yeah.
But was Jade Gresham the icing on the cake? As you said, Jev, with the Hawks, but they don't even have a cake. Like, Zach Merritt, they held on to him. And did you hear Brad Scott in the press conference? He's like, we could have done this the easier way. And he's like, I'd love to get some more experienced players in, but that's not the route we're going.
Yeah.
We're trying to build a foundation. Well, I don't think you're going to be there to watch the slab bead poured. You know what I mean? Like, there's no foundation. I don't think the Rio bars are even in, Jev.
Nah, the
Adju isn't even booked. What are we doing?
I've said it before and I'll say it again. I do not think I'll ever see the Bombers win a premiership in my lifetime. I know I say it every week, but I want people to just start realising. I've been saying it for 2 years. Just the way the football club is run, if you are the senior coach, you are not actually the senior coach. You do not call the shots. The front office calls the shots and they call the wrong shots. They still bow at the feet of Kevin Sheedy. You will never see the Bombers win a premiership, and it must be a tough pill to swallow. It does. It was always Zach Merritt lifted the standards of the Bombers. Mm-hmm. And it's like he needed the rest of the club to come with him. They'd be losing and stuff, and he'd be having 35-2. How good is this bloke? He's stuck on the wrong side. Is it now that he's dropped his standards to the Bombers and he's like, nah, fuck it. Why do I have to go above and beyond every year? Is it now he's come back to going, I'm just going to play, I'm going to train the exact same amount the rest of them train and all this stuff. I don't need to do extras. Why? Has he just had enough, you reckon? 10 touches. I know multi-wise, it cost us a bit, so maybe I'm a little biased, but it just wasn't good enough. And you could just watching him last night. He's like, he wasn't up for the fucking fight like he might have been in the past. He's like, we suck. Like, what do you want me to do? That's my opinion on it.
I have to quickly touch on it. who had a bigger coming out party, Mitch Brown or Zane Dersmer in the first half, Jev? Because he's finally hit the scoreboard. I think he had 3 touches, 3 goals in the first half, finished with 5 disposals. What is Zane Dersmer? What are we getting?
What was that last night? 3 marks, 3 touches, 3 goals he had at one stage. What is that? Who do you see?
I don't know. But
Because he still looked a little small. I seriously still don't know.
And also, have to quickly touch on before we move on, because I think we've almost been 15 minutes on this game. I don't care what you say about this guy. When you're gambling on him, the numbers don't lie. Dill Stevens under the lid. He got you 23, Jev. His alarm clock might scare him sometimes when it goes off in the morning if he doesn't.
Those white kits might be a bit of a worry around the jocks area sometimes.
Right.
But when you gamble on him...
When he gives you 23 under the lid on the individual markets, thanks to PointsBet, that's a great leg. That is a fantastic leg. So we're about 265 for 20. We would have been getting close to 650 for 25. We pinned it at 23. Bang. Dill Stevens, he just does this under the lid. And yeah, their stars didn't really show like a heap. I can't wait. Davies Uniacke and Shees will need to start hitting the scoreboard.
Yeah. LDU, when he's good, geez, he moves like prime Chris Judd.
He does.
Well, he just moves like Chris Judd when he's on fire. I just see it. Like I just remember Judd. I just see that. But he can have some shockers. But anyway, good on him. They look good, North.
Before you move through, love your point last week again. And I met Andy McGrath a few weeks ago. Great guy. But as you said with Zach Merritt, I feel you just got to have that person to hold on to. It's like, who are we looking for to change the game? Harris Andrews is a captain. Like, fuck, how many times did he go back with a flight? And he just like, he'll look after you. How many times, like, Cripps is a fantastic captain. Bont, great. They do it with leadership. They do it on field. Toby Green. Like, what am I getting from McGrath when the game's on the line?
You can't have you can't have a bottom 10 player as your captain. I'm sorry. He's just not good enough. It's got to be Nate Caddy from out. Just quickly, what's your thoughts on the Gerry McGrath incident? Some people are saying like he's a fucking grub. He's going to get 2-3 weeks, all this stuff.
Initially, I saw it. I was just like, again, on some of the hits or like swearing and taunting, I'm like, you can't suspend them because they're in the biggest league in Australia. Like, it doesn't matter what it looks like for the kids but if you're wiping your blood on someone's face, that's probably where you draw the line. I feel if you swear anything to them or you say something or rub on the head, like, I'm like, that doesn't bother me. But I feel if you're actually getting your blood and wiping it on someone's face, if that was in the 90s, they would have thrown back like punches.
I feel bad for Gerry Das. He is as tough as they come, and he's as hard as they come. He's a big hard man. Like, he lays big tackles. He puts his body on the line every week. And Essendon were accusing him of flopping. He would be Essendon's toughest player by a fucking mile if he played for him. And they were accusing him of flopping. And he was like, me, flop, fucking look at this, boys. And then he got it wrong. And just wiping the blood, he got it wrong. And I hate that he did that, because I would have been as pissed off as he was getting accused of flopping when you're playing the softest footy club in the entire league and you're getting accused of flopping. He got crunched. Like, he didn't get that blood nose because he was high in altitude. He got crunched. And then, anyway, I just felt bad for him.
Yeah.
He got his moment, that moment he got wrong. But anyway, let's move on. Let's go to Thursday night.
Yeah.
The Cats won by 8 points. It was a bit of a stinker, this game. It was just a typical... That GMH Geelong on a rainy, cold Thursday night is a dump. It would be the worst place to be ever. It's just such a Cats win. They're like, let's just walk away here with 4 points and not many injuries. We got no danger. Jez looks a bit sore. Just worry about getting 4 points. We'll build on from this. They just got it done, Das.
Are they going to finish top 4 again, Jev? Am I so wrong on the Saints that we'll get into... The Cats are going to finish top 4 again, aren't they? They're not even firing, and they're winning. So my first big takeaway from this game is, if you want to get the most out of you guys outside of footy, do not book a footy trip up north and take Oyster Mullen with you. He'll have a shocker. He'll have a few beers and go home, and he'll have the worst footy trip you've ever seen. They took him up to the Gold Coast round 1. He could have tagged anyone. Petrarca had 34 and 3. Noah Anderson had fucking 30 and 1. Touk Miller had 30 and a goal. And he couldn't tag anyone. You bring him down to Geelong where it's nice and cool, Dublin, island weather, and he keeps Isaac Rankin to what? A goal in like 7 touches or something. He's the best when it's cold. He's the greatest. So if you are booking a footy trip with Oyster Mullen, make sure it's cold weather. Go to Northern Ireland or something. How come he turns into like just the greatest tagger of all time when it's cold? He must just struggle in the heat, old Oyster Mullen. So if you want to get the most out of him in the off-season, book a cool trip for footy season, for footy trip, and I guarantee he'll benefit 3 days better than anyone. But that is the number one thing that Geelong can do. And obviously they got it wrong grand final day. Same thing. Maybe because the weather was warm grand final day.
Yeah.
Oyston just found himself lost.
He had a shocker.
If it was a cool day, maybe it would have been a bit better. But I just love that Geelong do this. It's like, put him to your best player, Isaac Rankin, and just take him out of the game. And that was the difference for the majority of it.
Yeah, we're going to talk more in a minute about how clubs don't tag anymore. But like, so Chris Scott is, if he's not the best, he's the second best or the third best coach in the league. We all know that. Adelaide have rocked up without Jordan Dawson, and they go, righto, if Adelaide are going to win this game, what's it going to look like? And it's probably going to look like an Isaac Rankin 24 and 3. So he's gone, righto, all we've got to do with Danger sitting in the stands, Jez is still a bit sore, is just win this game of football. So we're just going to take away this chess piece. We're going to stop Isaac Rankin. And if any of the other blokes beat us, so be it. But we're not going to let Isaac Rankin beat us. Don't get beaten by what you know. We say it all the time. And it was like, once he took out Isaac Rankin, it's like, we're just going to win this game. And two things can be true to us. I love the way Adelaide played. I love the way they fucking had a crack to win this game. Rochelle was great. Some people could argue Isaac Rankin nearly had the best 7-touch game of all time. Everything he touched was golden. The goal he had, I wrote it down here, he had 7 touches, 6 kicks, 1 goal assist, 3 score involvements. Every ball he touched was gold, but obviously they didn't give him enough. He didn't get enough touches. But like they just hung around, but they were never winning. But same thing, the season's getting big on them late. Like they'll keep saying no Dan Curtin, no this guy, what's his name, Sid Draper, this and that, and it's like, yeah, but if you're 1 and 4, you're just going to be left behind. So it's like the season's going to get big on them late if they don't start stacking these wins, and they're not going to because Jordan Dawson's out now. It's like, it's such a tough league. We can all say, yeah, Adelaide are good. Like, we see a good side, but you got to win games. And it's like, if you're going to be injured, I'm worried about them.
Yeah, it's going to be, again, this next month, like, they'll wrap up Carlton on gather around on Thursday night, opening night, Jeff. They'll get their confidence back. Want to say, couple of players I want to look at for Geelong. When we did our season preview, some people weren't happy when we said that Sean Manor isn't a position A grader. Fucking oath he is. Sean Manor just gets the job fucking done every single week. When the game was on the line, when they were 45 points down against Freo, he's the one that stood up and kicked a hat-trick.
Yeah.
And then just got the ball rolling. Again, 24 touches and a goal. That's exactly what he can do for you. And let's talk about players who are outperforming their contracts.
Well, I've got so much stuff written about Sean Manor here that I'll go after you. Yeah, you go.
Is Ollie Dempsey overperforming his contract more than anyone?
Sure.
I've no idea what he's on, but that last play of the game where he went to fly for the mark, didn't get it, it was a scrappy ball, and he just wanted it.
You just knew he was going to kick it.
He just fished it out. He was sort of waiting for it to pop out. He's like, fuck this. I'm just going to go grab it myself, kick it over his head, and then that's the game. That is the game.
Yeah.
He's a star, Ollie Dempsey.
Yeah.
You need to tag him the entire game.
Yeah. He's so good.
Murphy Reid, these sorts of guys, you just need to put more time into him. But his license, he spoke in the, I'm not sure if you heard his interview after the game. He's showing to Isaac Cummings. He's like, I was on him for a bit. Isaac's like, mate, you have the best role in football. He's like, your license is incredible. And he's like, I know. Thank God that Scotty just brought me in. This is the role that he had for me. And he's just doing it so well week in, week out. He just hits the scoreboard when he has to.
Yeah. It's more wingers should do it. If you kick 2 every week, it's sort of like Now, all of a sudden, the opposition's like, we can't let Ollie Dempsey kick 2 today. You've got to play on him, which means he just gets to be the 7th forward. And he's like, they're playing on me. I'm just going to play forward half. I'm not going back half. Yeah, it's a great license. Darcy, I've got written here. What is Sean Manners' value in this league? He is nearly the perfect player to me because everyone knows he's not a superstar. He's not covered in the league like he's a superstar. He himself knows he isn't the star of the show. So he's just a workhorse role player, and he's so fucking good at it. He would be that underpaid. He's had 24-1. He just gets the job done week in, week out. Doesn't play badly. Like, is he worth a first rounder? Carlton have those extra first rounders from that Curnow trade. Would you trade a first rounder for Sean Manor? I'm just trying to figure out what he's worth on the open market. Knowing he just signed an extension for probably what? $800K a year? So great contract, consistent player that just gets in the trenches week in, week out. I just absolutely love him and the way he goes about it. I just want to know what he's worth in the league, Das.
Yeah, it's interesting. But these guys are out there.
Yeah.
Go get these guys that can just finish.
Yep.
There's so many guys that can't finish. When we get into the free, like Jai how many opportunities does he need?
Yep.
Like, he misses all the time. We watched the Essendon game last night. How many guys are having a set shot and they're just like, all right, let's go. Like, put your fingerprints on the game. Miss. Every time Sean Manor gets it, he makes maximum out of what he gets.
Yeah.
He's just, like, you can't put a price on that. If you get 2 looks a game, you kick 2 goals, you're worth the world. That's like last night. So we had money on Tom Power for a goal. And I'm like, he had a shot in the first quarter, missed from the pocket, and we're like, there was his chance.
That was the chance.
That was the chance. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
but he makes the most of it. Is there anything else you got in this game? Because I do actually have some odds, thanks to StatMate for this one.
There you go. I just think Sean Mannor's the perfect player of... No, everyone knows he's not a superstar, but he just nails his role. I love him. And I reckon our man Dom Brew, if Dom Brew ever got his chance to play first 22 football, it would look exactly what Sean Manor does. Because he'd come in as a hungry role player that's done it the hard way, and he would do whatever it takes to keep his position. So, like, yeah, I just wish he fucking got his chance. That is exactly what Dom Brew would look like.
That's one of the worst, like, biggest travesties ever. I reckon I think he's not even playing. Oh, no, he's still playing VFL for Werribee.
He'll make that much money playing country footy soon.
But can you imagine, like, that would kill him inside, I reckon. I can't believe we didn't have a crack at him, or just someone didn't have a crack on a midfielder. He's a star. Some odds in this one. Ollie Dempsey for 20 disposals, 310.
Oh, God, that's good.
Connor O'Sullivan for 20 was $10.
Wow.
Josh Worrell for 30 was $4.75. Josh Rochelle for 30 was $16. Bailey Smith for 40 was $16. And then some big goal kickers. Ollie Dempsey for 2 was $2.40. How? I don't know. That's one of the best price points of all time. Zach Taylor, obviously kicked 3, but for 2 was $8. Jack Martin for 3 was $5.25, and Zach Taylor for 3 was $29.
Yeah, nice.
How good's that?
He was good, that Zach. I liked his game. Except he didn't whinge enough about that fucking last call where they kicked it out in the full.
Yeah, it's tough. They have to get that right. But there is something to do, Jev, with this lasso rule, I reckon, and just players getting, because it's so much quicker, they're getting more disposals.
Yeah.
Like, it was, I know, very rare that someone would get 40 disposals in a game. I think we've had 3 this year, and we've had 3 players have 39.
Yeah.
Like Brayshaw, Ash had it the other week.
Yeah.
Like, people are getting a stack of the footy. So if you go on PointsBet, you scroll down to disposal markets. It's like, will a player have 40 disposals? Last night in the North game, it was $3.25 yes, and no was, I think, $1 something else. But it's just like, it's one you have to look at because players are getting it all the time now.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
Bailey Smith, well done on getting another big 40 disposal game.
We've gone 28 minutes over 2 games, so we're gonna have to pump this through a little bit, Das.
We will. We'll
so let's go Friday night. GWS Collingwood. Collingwood get it done by 33 points, Das. I don't know what it is about Collingwood. They look built to play at Marvel Stadium. They look great the other night at Marvel Stadium. You know how Craig McRae, it's nearly like an NFL team to me. like if you're a wide receiver short, you go and get a wide receiver. Or if you're an O-lineman short, you go and get an O-lineman. And you just fill the chessboard in a way. You know, Craig always says, don't get me kids, get me players. They don't really draft much. They go and get agents. They went and got Lockie Schultz. They got Dan Houston. They go and get these guys. When they've got their best 23 on the park, they're the team they want to pick. They look great. They look really good. The team they picked the other night at Marvel Stadium, they've played 1 million games together. They're all 25 plus. They've played hundreds of games, and then they've got the best player in the comp with them who's 21, 22. I don't know. They just looked great. They look like they should play at Marvel more often. They just did that easy the other night. They didn't look like losing. They just had it on their terms basically the whole night. GWS played some good football, but they never panicked because they had all their experience out there with Howe back more. He's going to miss a couple of weeks, but yeah, I was impressed with the Pies, Das.
Yeah, you forget that this side, majority of them played in that 23 flag when they're at full health. That's the team that beat the back-to-back champs Brisbane.
Yep.
Like, who we are all talking about as just being the yardstick of the AFL, the toughest, the best system, the best stacked roster. Like, majority, I know everyone's a lot older now, but this is the team that did it. Yeah. And they were just winning these close games again and again. But a club's getting too arrogant not to tag Nick Dacos. And I know when the Giants versed the Pies opening round 2 years ago when we were there, and they flogged him and they didn't really tag Nick Dacos and he was cramping and Kane Corns were coming out.
No, they did. Toby Bedford went hard to him that day. All day.
Yeah. Yeah. And then they got it done. But how are they not doing it now?
Yeah.
Like, how can you be so arrogant not to put time into Nick Dacos and Bond? I know Matty Nix came out and said the other day when Adelaide versed him and said, Nick Dacos is going to get his 30, but can we make sure that
it's
our
a shit
performance
30.
outdoes his 30? Yep. And it worked that night.
Yep, he got it right.
But when it doesn't, it's so bad.
Oh.
And I don't think anyone has a better work rate than Nick.
Yeah,
like, just the 2 goals that he kicked, flying out the back, got it, obviously straight through. And then the second one, he just reads the game better than anyone else. It was a 2-on-2 contest. The 2 Giants players went in, and he saw Rowan Steele or whatever his name is come beelining in. So Nick just ran goal side, and the ball got tapped on, and he got it. He just read it a split second before. Yep. I'm not sure if you saw the tape that Jack Ginnivan and Tom Mitchell did with Bontempelli the other week when Oscar Baker kicked that goal. All the Adelaide players got sucked in the contest, and Bont just a second before starts running back towards goal because he knew they were going to win the ball. Yeah. Got the handball out to Oscar Baker. They just read the ball a second quicker than everyone else. I just can't believe that you just don't tag him the whole game. You got to make it tough for him. He just runs around and just does whatever he wants. Like, no one checks him.
He must be laughing on the field. Like, I cannot believe I'm not getting tagged here. 36-2. Like, 36-2, and you've lost by 33 points. And he's like, how easy was that? That was a piece of piss sort of thing. Prime, we got to start talking about like it's Prime Ablett Jr. When Prime Ablett Jr. played, he got tagged every week. And when he didn't, he used to have those 54. Remember he had that 50-2 game or whatever he had? He had a couple of 40-4s or 40-3s. Dacos is going to do that to you this year if you just let him run around and do what he wants. And it's not Sheezel touches or Tom Mitchell touches. These are going forward, like meters gained, hitting the scoreboard touches. I just can't believe. Do it like they do Finn O'Sullivan. Like maybe not Finn Callahan, but put a good player standing next to him at every stoppage. So you go head to head at the stoppage and then you can go either way. But oh man, I just cannot believe it.
Well, we have to talk about, will he break the single season disposal record? So I did some stats the other day. Jack McRae holds the record. So with 880 disposals, which he got in 2021, they made the grand final. So he played the 26 games, but averaged 33.85. The highest disposal average in a season was 2017. Tom Mitchell averaged 35.
Wow. That's a big year.
Which is a lot of ball, but he played the 22 games that season. Nick has had 41, 33 and 36. So I think he's averaging 36.5 at the moment. So he's on track to break it. So he's going to have to average 37, roughly, for 24 games to get there, which it just shows how many games Jack McRae did it for. But if they keep going like this, they'll at least play a final. Imagine if they only make the play and there's an extra game.
Yeah.
Like, I think he can do it. He'll do it.
He could average 35 and a goal when the season's said and done. He could walk off averaging 35 and kick 25 goals, 35 and a goal. That is unbelievable.
We need a market for this. Will Nick Dacos break the record? So it's 880.
That's a good one. That's a fun one to ride for the year, for sure. Because you count every touch and you go, yes, now he's on this. Das, I just want to know how much it would cost. I don't think I could pay Jesse Hogan to play any worse than he did. No. You couldn't pay him to play worse. That's the worst game I've ever seen. I love Jesse Hogan. I love how he revitalised his career. He was down in the dumps. That's the worst I've ever seen someone play in general. He was horrendous. I'm sorry. And I reckon it's one of those, you laugh about it. I don't think he could ever play that bad again because he's a good player. He was so bad. So fucking bad. And he was getting so frustrated. He was getting outmarked. He was out of position. He was playing from behind. And when he got his chances at goal, he fucking missed them. It was like, you could not pay him to play worse. And then he's got Stringer on the other side. Contract year Stringer is wheeling and dealing from 80 and just leaving him short. Jared Wheatley on the coverage is like, oh, he had about 7 options there, and I think the worst was Blazing Away, which is the one he picked. He's like, oh, man, just watching him it's like watching the 40-year-old dad basketball team that used to be guns just get a bit older, and you're like, the local basketball team, you're like, Or it's like watching the Golden State Warriors right now. You're like, it's shit house. I'd just be so frustrated. I know GWS don't have many supporters, but I like watching them. I'm a supporter. And it is hard to watch right now. Like Finn Callaghan, he's having an all-time season. He's an all-time player having an all-time season, and it means nothing right now. Fucking nothing.
You reckon Jesse Hogan is on Monix watch? You reckon you could sell him for a washing machine?
They're the Flint Tropics right now. Tobes, Jesse, Stringer, Kieran Briggs. Yeah, it's Stephen Cornelio. They are the Flint Tropics. Oh God, it's hard
Coffee
to watch.
Black and the boys just not getting it done. Yeah, Finn... That's where his game's at his best, isn't it? Handball receive.
Yes.
Let him go.
First quarter was unbelievable.
He's fucking quick. So, yeah, Pies get it done, 33 points. Are we putting a line through the Giants season now, Jev?
Nah, I'm not.
When?
I told you this. I told you it was going to look like shit until after gather round, and they'll get their second half of the season right. I'm telling you, at round 7, I'm having a premiership bet on the Giants and a top 8 bet. I said this in the preview.
Top 8's better. I'll back you. Have a top 8 bet. I'm not sure about the flag, Jev.
No,
I don't know about the flag.
I can't see him. I'm still betting on it. I can't see him winning the flag. But like that, we haven't seen Aaron Cadman. We haven't seen Sam Taylor yet. We haven't seen Brent Daniels. We haven't seen Toby Bedford. We're not going to see Tom Green. Like, these are their top 10, 15 players in their team. And it's fucking hard when you don't see these guys. So I'm going to hold firm a little bit. I reckon they're going to be all right, but right now it is hard to watch. Like, Clayton Oliver's playing good football. Finn Callahan's playing good football. They need a ruckman. The game's going past Kieran Briggs. They need to find like a...
He's actually not that big.
Hey?
He's not that big.
No, he's not at all. They need to find more a lean, jumping, athletic ruckman rather than what they deal with Kieran Briggs.
Oscar Steens.
Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what they need. That bloke that debuted on the weekend. He was good.
Craig McRae and Darcy Moore coming back out. He said that I'm a risk taker and I take risks. If you never ever throw at the stumps, you'll never run anyone out. So I was happy to put him back out there.
Did not say that, did he?
Yeah.
You know, he could just got ruled out for 4 weeks, Darcy Moore.
He's like, I'm a risk taker. He's like, if you never ever throw at the stumps, you'll never run anyone out.
He's a piece of shit. He's out for 4 weeks. He's a risk taker, is he? His captain's out for 4 weeks, is he? He didn't take any risks when Pendles had a sore Achilles. I hate him so much.
Let's move on. Let's hope you never get to meet old Shucksy Doodle.
If he's a good bloke when I meet him, I'll throw up. I want to meet a C.
All right,
Saints under the lid, Das. This was where the contract started for Nas. They got under the lid. and they shit the bed. The Lions were always winning this game. Always. Because the 0-2 Lions trying to go for a three-peat weren't going to 0-3. They came off a bye. They got it done. And I just felt this is just another one of those butchered schedule things of like, you could see in the last quarter, the Saints didn't have the run with the Lions because the Lions have come off a bye after two games of football and they've got the fresher legs on the field. And it's just like, it wasn't the best game of footy. The Lions got it done.
I know, yeah. Exactly to that point, it's like, you've still had a week to recover. You should be fine. But at this time of the year, you're getting the back-to-back champs that are 0-2. As you said, we always thought that they would be able to run out the game a lot better. But you got to put the onus on St Kilda. They were up with 15 minutes to go.
Yeah.
Higgins kicked the goal out the back from Nass, which probably would have gone through from 80. Then you had Owens kick the goal. Yeah. And then who kicked it? I think it was Coleman goal, Fletcher goal, Charlie Cameron goal. It was bang, bang, bang. And then it was over.
Yeah.
And then it was game over. But the guys that they got in, they had it there to be won. But they just aren't able to maximise. Jev, I have to ask you. I'm not fully invested in the Coates League or the NAB League, the TAC Cup. I don't watch that much film. I'm not too sure. But was Alex Taru drafted from playing Jack in the Pack? What other tape do we have on this kid? All he does is take hangers. And maybe I was a little bit more invested because Morgs gave us the spiel. The Taruchidor, the cock and spiel. I can't even remember what Morg said, but he said, this kid for 10, it's a watch. And we were watching, and we didn't watch nothing in the first half. Jerry didn't have a look in. And he's killed Noah Answorth with a knee in the back of the head with an awesome mark. But was he drafted from Jack in the Pack tape? I've never seen him do anything else but take hangers. What else does he do?
I believe there's a rumour going around that Ross Lyon was doing one of those clinics at a high school and it was lunchtime and Ross Lyon was there to do a clinic after lunch and he just spotted this Viking playing Jack in the Pack. He's like, I'm drafting him because he couldn't have got drafted any other way. All he does is win Jack in the Pack contest or spoil it. Nothing else to his game. Bugger all else. Yeah, he killed Answorth. Like, Answorth is going to miss a couple of weeks. Fox Footy got that so wrong. Showing Noah Answorth walk off the field like googly legged, like trying not to throw up. Like, why are we watching this? They got that so wrong. But we've never got more DMs in our life about Taru. Knowing he had 0 touches at halftime. Morgs had him for 10 and he was on 0. Zilch, nada, zip. He didn't touch the bill. And then he had 3 to finish the game. He kicked 1 goal, 1. He hit the post after that hanger. Man, we were getting DMs. He broke the Saints spoil record in his first game of football. He had 14 spoils. So it's like, why is he playing at full forward Das? They say he doesn't read the ball that well. Just leave him back there. Leave him. Anyway. The Lions look back. You got any other takes on this?
I just don't think he can kick. But he can fucking mark.
Yeah.
He's just a Jack in the Pack. If they put that in the Olympics, he's winning a gold. Alex Taru, he's a handsome young man, and I'm sure he'll figure it out. But, man, do not bet on him.
We should go down to Moorabbin and have a game of Jack in the Pack with him, see how good he is. He would talk to me.
He had 1 goal, 3 disposals.
He was horrible, apart from that big hang. And the thing is, it's like it's the highlight tape. It's like Jordan Poole. If you ever watch Jordan Poole's highlights, they look great. He's the worst basketball player ever. That will go on his highlight tape and you're like, oh, this bloke's a gun. He's not a gun. He's not a gun. He does one thing a game. Oh, man. Sad Lockie Neal, it's not working. He was horrible.
Well, the thing is, he must have had the kids the night before.
Oh, he's buggered, you reckon?
Yeah. I think he had to stay up with the kids.
Or did he go on a date, maybe? He stayed up the other way.
Nah,
he was in Melbourne. He went to Electric, maybe, you reckon?
Nah, you think he'd play through that. Shagger's hit. You reckon he might be right. I just think the kids, they must have been up all night. Liam Ryan took a scalp yesterday.
Yeah.
How big was his bump?
Yeah.
They're in Gardner if it's the AC joint It's 8 to 12 weeks.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
That was a Byron Pickett, like, dead set.
He crunched him.
Like-
He was great, Liam Ryan.
Smash. He's been a great recruit.
We've got to give Nas. It's so hard with Nas. He's playing some good footy. He's fighting through tags. What's he walked off for this game with?
29.
29 and 0 goals 2. And he should have kicked one, the one that Jack Higgins sort of pinched from him. He got tagged the whole game by Berry and Dunkley. And it's like, he's a good player. He's walked, 29, 19 kicks, 10 handballs, 4 tackles, tagged the whole game. Yeah, and it's the Nick Dacos thing. If that 29 wasn't him, if he didn't get tagged, that would have been 35 and 3 and a heap of meters gained, heap of score involvement. But it was the sort of like make every touch he gets hard with Jared Berry, with Josh Dunkley, so he doesn't tear this great game to shreds. And yeah, it helped Brisbane win in the end because they stuck to it for the full 4 quarters, and by the last quarter they got it done, sort of thing. So yeah, credit to Chris Fagan.
What do you reckon? I feel that they've had this first game plan. I guess they've brought all these recruits in. This is St Kilda. And Ross had an idea of how we want to play. What have we had? A sample size of 4 games. We had a really good half against the Giants. And it's almost just like, let's just go back to what we were doing the back end of last year because we've got to win some games.
Yeah.
Like, let's get Windhager back just tagging.
Yeah.
He had the 19. Off the loose, he hasn't been doing as much. Mateus Philippou, like, they were trying to put him in the midfield more. Like, let's just find a spot for him at half forward, wherever that may be, and just let him do that. Put Max Hall in the middle more. Let him take his spot.
Yeah.
I like Sinclair in the middle. That's good.
Same.
Because he's getting the ball. He's one of your best ball users. DeConing, again, the 11 touches. Him and Marshall, this isn't working.
It's horrible.
At the moment.
It's horrible.
I'm sure that they can do something with it.
I actually didn't think Rowan Marshall played yesterday. Like he is eating Rowan Marshall's lunch. Here's a take. Tom DeConning will be the last ruckman ever to get paid 1.8 a season.
Yeah.
A ruckman will never, ever get paid that much again.
Can you imagine his management when it's like, hey, Tom, we've got an offer for 1.8. He's like, you're kidding. He's like, no, you have to take it. He's like, a ruckman will never make this ever again. This is like 3 times Max Scorn's salary, and he's an 8-time All-Australian. All you've been doing is surfing. Mate, you got to take the cash.
How fucked is this? So, I think Carl were offering him like 1.1, weren't they, a year on
Something
their
like
contract?
that.
It was about 700,000 more
You have to.
to go to St Kilda. I'll just put it in. So 700,000 divided by 52 is $13,000 a week. So he's getting $13,000 a week more to leave Carlton on top of the 1.1 he was getting. Like, you can't say no to that ever. Yeah. What? Let me just quickly do 1.8 million. You keep talking.
Yeah, you get a bit of tax. One player here, Jev.
34K a week. He takes home about 34 grand a week he gets paid. He takes home about 17 grand a week after tax in his pocket. Oh. to get 11 touches and not have an impact on the game. To do bugger all. He gets paid 18K a week.
Have to say, man, that's stood up pretty well so far this year. And if you met him, Jev, he's the best bloke. But Cal Wilkie.
Oh, he's been awesome. Dwayne, I'm so sure I invented the G-Wow, the Great Wall of Wilkie. I'm so sure I invented it. Dwayne called him it all day yesterday. He said he called him the Great Wall of Wilkie the whole game. I'm so sure I invented the G-Wow. Maybe I didn't.
Can we get... I think he did. Can
any listener confirm that I was the first to say it?
Can we get Dwayne Russell more on games?
Yeah.
He was in his bag yesterday. He was just throwing out nicknames, the Viking.
Yeah.
He loves it.
That Jess Webster that's with him as well.
Amazing.
She's really good.
Yep.
Credit to her. She's done it the hard way. She's done like 10 years of just grinding. Credit to her. She's great.
And yeah, I'm all for female commentator if you're good. Like, who's the other one again? What's her name?
Kelly Underwood.
Yeah. Makes me ears bleed a little bit. I'm sure she's nice. I'm sure if we met her, Jev, she'd be great. Do I like listening to her? No. That other one? What did you say her name was?
Jess Webster.
Jess, yeah, she's great. I think
she's
does
really
a good
good.
job. All right, let's move on. Next game.
All-time performance, Das. there was an all-time performance when Freo gave Richmond the absolute belt. Josh Treacy played one of the best games I've ever seen in the wet, and it could have been better. This was a stat sheet stuffer. Das, is that how you say it? 4 goals, 3, should have been 6-1, 16 disposals, 14 kicks, 12 marks. He was gloving them. His hands looked like, who said it? David King said, I haven't seen someone mark the ball this well since Wayne Carey. What a take by Kingy. Watching him yesterday, I was so impressed with Pizza Hut. He was on fire, and it could have been better. He missed a couple of sitters. He was an undrafted rookie, Das. The way he would be any team's top 5 player. The trajectory this guy's on, I was so impressed. I absolutely love the Pizza Hut. He looks like a future captain to me. I don't know. I know they've got Sarong, they've got Brayshaw, they love Alex Pearce. The way he played yesterday was like, give me the smoke, jump on my back, boys. We're fucking going for this. I was just so impressed. So impressed.
For sure, future cap. Well, he captained them in either one of the first few games or in the preseason games. They gave him the nod to captain the side. They said he's the toughest at the club. Like, can we get a guy like this at the Blues?
Yeah.
His competitiveness.
Yeah.
And Harry Mackay's.
Yeah.
How far apart are they?
Yep.
I don't care if he's missing goal. He just wants to win. How many chase down tackles does he do?
Yep.
He just
you find him in the back. You find him in the back line, like helping out the defenders if he has to. He is awesome.
He's awesome to get around. Like, you just want to watch him and Jake Waterman. Imagine them in a Jack in the Pack.
Oh, they're each other's favourite player. Oh, if they were in the same side, they are dogs.
They are so good to watch. Caleb Sarong got off the chain a little bit in the second half.
He only had 9 at half time.
Again, you just got to put time into him.
Yeah.
You got to put time into him. You know what we said last week? If they're going to put time into him, maybe we look at him for more goals because they might just try and go forward a little bit. You had the great bet. We put him in for 2 goals in the personal. That's
2 goals. He was $12 to kick 2. We had it. We only had $10 on it, but still, it was a great bet. We said on the show, I'm so annoyed. There's sometimes when we talk on the Tuesday podcast, we've got to have some money in the account to put a few bets on that we say. I said he'd have 30 and 1. You said he'd have 2. And I said that Freo would win by 10 goals. They won by 60 points. It was minus 59.5 was $3. He had 30 and 2. I reckon we would have had, that would have been a 70 to 1 multi for Sarong's game Freo to win, and we didn't have it. A guy sent me a bet slip yesterday, Sarong 30 and 2 in a bet, and it paid like 20 to 1, and he had it. I'm like, good on you. He's like, you boys called it. I'm like, yeah, fuck, we didn't have it. So anyway.
You know what else we said? Went back after spoken to Tim, and I said, why the hell do you play so good in WA? I said, you always kick goals there.
He was like so 30. Good in the first half.
Oh, he had a great 260 for 1 goal, 650 for 2 goals, kicked the 2. I actually messaged him yesterday after the game. I said, mate, I told you, obviously you didn't get the 4 points, but I told you play so good in Perth. He's like, geez, we had a crack in the first half.
Yeah, this was
the last minute of the second half. They were up by a goal.
Yeah.
And they lost 2 goals in 35 seconds.
Yeah.
And then they didn't score in the third.
This was belt to us more than you think, though. It was 13-25 to 6 goals, 7. So 13 plus 25 equals 38 scoring shots to 13. 25 more scoring shots. This could have been 140 points. If it was 25-13 to 6-7, it could have been an all-time belting. Like, it got ugly towards the end. They just kept missing. Like, Freo are playing good football right now. Like, really good football. It's impressive. Yesterday, it was Bolton and it was Sarong in the second half, and it was Treacy. Didn't see much of Brayshaw. He wasn't great. Like, didn't see much of Jordan Clark. What did he have? He had 27. I don't think he was fine. He wasn't awesome, but it was more the Bolton, Sarong, Treacy game rather than your Brayshaw, Clark. You know, Pat Voss wasn't great. He was trying hard. He was cramping a bit. So they're stacked. Their roster's stacked. They left Alex Pearce on the bench all day. They're like, oh, we're a bit worried about him. Sat in the bench all day. They're playing really good football, Freo, and it's like the Victorian teams need to, like, everyone needs to start waking up to it as a competition. They are a dangerous team.
Andrew Brayshaw, we love him. He's the most unbackable player.
Yeah, 39 and 1 last week, and then what? 19 this week. It's frustrating.
You can't. 3 votes were on offer yesterday, Jev. for the man that we think is going to be up there in the Brownlow, Luke Jackson. 1 goal, 4, left a few goals out there. Who do they give the votes to? Is it Tracy, Sarong, Jackson?
I think Sarong will get the 3. If they look at the stats, he goes, Sarong gets 3. Tracy was the best player. Like, knowing Brownlow history, Sarong will get the 3. Tracy was the best player on the field by an absolute mile. I think it'll go Sarong, Tracy, and I don't know who gets the one. Maybe
Luke
Tim
Jackson,
gets one.
Luke Jackson gets votes?
Maybe Tim, maybe Jackson, yeah.
We have a bet of Sarong and Jackson to finish both of them top 5 in the Brownlow.
It's unbelievable.
$500.
500 to 1.
If they keep winning, he's going to get votes. We know Sarong will poll. But the fact that we've got Luke Jackson there, this could be one of the all-time bets. One of the all-time bets. Jev, I don't know if he listens to the show, but we have to... Sammy Laylor, I call him handsome Mason Bode, but he looks a bit like Mesa, I reckon, with the shaved head. He's just a bit bigger and chunkier. He has potential to be one of the best players I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, he's fucking awesome.
How big is he? He looks like Craig Sterling.
Yeah.
For anyone that doesn't know Craig Sterling, we used to play with him in under 19.
Right.
He's a good bagger. He's an incredible pull from me. But Craig Sterling, just the size of the man. He's 95 kilos. Apparently, they're not allowed to let him lift in the gym. He looks at a weight and puts on weight.
Yeah.
They're just, mate, just stick to your cardio. I actually can't believe how much midfield time he plays. I genuinely thought he was just going to be way more like that half forward. But fuck, he's got a motor on him. He can run.
Yeah.
So impressive. So I just love watching him every week.
You know how last year we had the take, that Carey Grammer midfield of Dacos, Anderson, Rao was the perfect midfield. And it's like, you get the grunt, you get the class, you get the superstar. Is Laylor, Jagger, O'Sullivan another perfect midfield? You've got the beast, then you've got the tall, skinny jet, and then you've just got the bloke that doesn't make a mistake with the football. It's like, that's another nearly perfect midfield. 1, 2, and 3 in a draft. Imagine Big Steenie tapping it down to those 3. He could go anywhere. So, yeah, it's a good take. We met Taj Houghton yesterday, Das. And I know Richmond aren't planning to win much this year, but just talking to him, so he's got, what's it called, a bone stress fracture in his hip. So they're taking it. He's got Shagger's hip, basically. We were joking around. He's got Shagger's hip, and he sort of went along with it. But he won't play till after the bye. So he said yesterday it's 12 weeks from today, which was round 13, and then their buys. They have a bye round 13, so round 14 will be his first game. And I said, at about round 14, do the Tigers plan on having Cumming, Grill, Laylor, himself, Smiley, Jonty Fuau, Harry Armstrong, all playing in the same team? He goes, yeah, I think that's the plan. I think the back end of this season, all 12 of us that have been drafted over the last couple of years are all playing in the senior side. I'm like, if I'm a Tiger supporter and they're playing at the MCG, I'm going straight there. I want to see all those kids play in the same team. Because right now, it's so weird. Like, they had some experience on the park yesterday, the Tigers, and you're like, they should have been better than that. But they just got the belt. They got smashed. So it's like, if you're going to get beaten by that much, have every kid playing and see, like, what it's going to look like.
Well, even when I spoke to him, I'm like, Josh Smiley, he's like, bro, he's still growing. He's like, he's bigger than Nank.
Yeah, he's 198.
I was there on the captain's day. Nank is fucking huge.
And he's bigger.
I'm not even up to his... I don't think I'm up to like his mid-bicep or his elbow. I'm not even kidding. He's huge. So wait till he gets going.
Yeah.
Like, play him out of the cube. Yeah.
I think they're going to be... how far away he is. And they're like, because he's growing, he just keeps... Mate, like, his body's just changing so much. So he keeps getting little niggled injuries and stuff. So, I don't know. Yeah, I'd love to see him play a senior game. Maybe it's a heap in the twos. Maybe he needs the sort of guy, like, play 10 games in the twos in a row. Get through 10 games before we debut you.
Yeah. No, it was a bad second half. But shout out to Tim. He fucking loves it. Shout out to anyone that comes on air. Anyone that comes on air, we do have a good guest this week. Again, locked in. We won't confirm because shit always happens. Sometimes we get a late pull out, so we won't announce it yet. Jeff, can't believe we've spoken an hour. We've got 2 games today. One kicks off in about 25 minutes.
Crazy.
I'm excited. West Coast, Port. I hope West Coast keep it close.
I reckon they will. They've got to.
I hope they do.
Come on.
The Sam Radford ball movement. And I think I've got to go in, Jev. I've got to go and watch the Blues. I'll go in by myself. Go and watch the Blues, the young fella. Hopefully he kicks a few goals. Bring your jackets. Carlton, Melbourne, 3:20 on a Sunday.
It's going to be great. It's going to be touches. Neither team gives a fuck about the opposition. It's like, we're about the same place on the ladder. Let's see who's better. Let's have a roll of the dice, see who's better. I'm excited.
Latrell Pickett and Cozzy Pickett could give.
If I'm Melbourne, I'm putting them both in the midfield to make Cripps and Hewitt and stuff look slow. Yeah, but then again, they could get beaten up.
Pull one out on a wing on Ollie Hollins and Elijah.
That's not fair. Latrell Pickett and Ollie Hollins weigh the same, and one is just so much faster than the other.
Oh, fuck.
Right, that's an hour. We've got 2 games to go. We will come back to this. That is part 1. By PointsBet, by StatMate. Let's go. See you in a couple of hours. Oh my God, we are back. And Das has just walked in the door after getting off the train, after watching the Blues blow another halftime lead. Let's just uncage him here. You just go, bro. You go for it. Whatever you want to say.
All right. I'll try and stay calm here, Jev. Oh, we got a fucking fly in this room. It's doing my head in. All right. We Brendan dogged it, Jev. We Greg blew it. 44-1, and we got done. Now, this isn't just usually losing to the Melbourne side that we beat. So they've got no Viney, no May, Petrarca, Oliver, or Brayshaw. They're once great side. It's a bunch of kids, Jeff. They were 1 goal 6, 12 points at the half. We were 7 goals 4, 46. We let them kick 14-4, 88 points in the fucking second half. In the second half alone. All right, let's go through a couple of players. Brody Kemp gave us absolutely nothing. Nothing all day. 7 disposals, 3 marks, not 1 shot on goal. Big Sexy did absolutely fuck all. Harry Mackay couldn't leave his shoes. Who would you rather? Rhetorical question. Harry Mackay as your forward or Ben Mackay as your fullback? Have a think about that.
It's an impossible answer.
Have a think about that. We'll come back to that one. What did we trade for Campbell Chesser? A packet of chips? Can we get him back? 14 disposals, and he did fuck all. Lewis Young gets beaten more than a Mexican piñata. How the fuck is he allowed to be our quarterback? The amount of times where he's the one that goes to the back of the stoppage, we get it and we handball the ball back to him and let him make a decision is unbelievable. It is just the dumbest set of footballing skills I've ever seen. It takes one coach to say, Weeders, you go back. Dean, you go back. You're not a bad left footer. Let's not fucking give it to Lewis Young or Ollie Hollins. How about let's not give it to those boys? Now, let's have a look at a couple of the leaders, Jev, because when the game's on the line and there's a bit in it, they're starting to come back. How about we win a fucking clearance or put your head over it, make some contact. Don't let them walk out of the front of a stoppage like they've just bought a toastie and a coffee from fucking Parker's Cafe. It is absolutely bullshit. So Paddy Cripps is moving like a 2026 Stuart Dew on a treadmill. He couldn't win a meat raffle if he had 95% of the tickets when he goes up forward. Why the fuck do we kick it to him? He can't kick a set shot. They came out with his numbers earlier in the year. He's literally the worst midfield set shot in the comp. The ball rebounds quicker than Kim Kardashian after she breaks up with someone. Why the fuck do we kick it to him? He's not agile enough to pick it up off the ground. We just plonk it on his head. He's not quick enough to turn his bloke inside out. And it just comes straight back out. Sam Walsh, I think he tried really hard. But if you want to be great and you want to be spoken about as one of the best, you have to take your shots. He's kicked 2 points. He had a chance to really cement himself. And when the ball gets tough in the middle, you can't be letting Cozzy and these other guys walk out with it. Again, I thought Sam played well for 95% of the game. But when the game's in the balance, this is how you're going to get judged. And you didn't get it done. You weren't able to win a clearance. Jagger Smith, he's young. It's his 3rd game. But when the game was turning, when we posted that story of seeing this movie before, Ainsworth kicked the goal and we're like, oh, I think we're right. The next play, the ball came in, he was in the hole, and Fritsch came over the top and he ducked his head. Oh. Check your jocks, Jagger. Check your jocks. There's about 6 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter, and then Langdon got into him. I saw it clear as day. If you want to cement yourself and show yourself how tough you are in the comp, that was one that he will not want to be looking at that review. Again, he's a kid. It's his 3rd game. I still think he's going to be good, but you had a chance to show the league what you're made of. So I just thought that was a dull moment. They came back, and then Fritsch started to get on top. He wasn't missing his set shots. Frankie Evans, go to OPSM, because whatever spec savers gave you didn't fucking work. And take Ollie Hollands with you. He can go get his eyes checked with his fucking brother. I know he kicked 2 goals, but geez, I reckon that was a bit of luck. Death, taxes, Zach Williams going off with another life-threatening injury. It happens every week. He tried to run through Cozzy, and Cozzy got the best of him. Zach Williams went off with broken ribs, a rolled ankle, and a concussion, all in one. And he got smacked in the back. It's unbelievable. Now, I'll always go down with Carlton. They're my team, and I'll be a Carlton fan long after this crop of players are gone. But I can officially no longer defend them.
Wow.
Who's got a better list, Carlton or Essendon? I won't defend it anymore. Who are you taking, Cripps or Langford? Who are you taking, George Hewitt or Harry Schoenberg? Are you taking Adam Chera or Neil Erasmus? Brody Kemp or Archer May? Ollie Hollands or Jai Menzies? He's playing for Tassie. I think I want Jai in the side. I will no longer, I can't. We're a list of cloggers, and until we turn this list over, I will hear every argument, and I'll take it with a grain of salt. At the start of the year, Jeff, you said, who's more likely to win a flag or who's more likely to win a finals? And I'm like, Carlton, we went prelim the other year. Any argument anyone has now for the rest of time until, let's give us 15 years, I will hear every argument because I can't defend it anymore. I go practically every week. I've been to every game so far this year, go to most last year, and you see it again and again and again and again. What the fuck is going on? You can't, in the AFL, you don't see this at local level. You do not see it at local level. I've never seen a bunch of just front runners in the first quarter and just deer in a headlight. You can watch it unfold. Again, I've seen fucking Zoolander or Joe Dirt a million times. I know what's going to happen. I left halfway through the third. I left. I'm like, I've seen this one before. I've used to get it at Blockbuster. I'm out. We are as weak as water, Jev. And Voss last one more week. Now, we were talking about North Melbourne. Essendon is the highlight game. Get ready for Good Friday. This is going to be awesome. This is going to be awesome. Someone is getting fired. Oh, it's as weak a performance as you've ever seen, Jeff. I think that's the worst I've ever seen.
That's
ever.
a badder loss as I've ever seen. That was Mitch McGovern's missed set shot before halftime, 15 metres out in a slide angle. Like, you can't be missed. That's as bad as a loss as I've ever seen. 40 points up at quarter time, basically 40 points up at halftime. They've kicked 1 goal in the first half, and you let them kick 14 second half goals. How good is Cozzy Pickett? Oh my God, he's a player. Das, I can't wait to go and watch that Jagger shitting himself moment you're talking about. As soon as we finish this, I'm going to go. So what do you reckon? It's after... I'm
pretty sure it's after Ben Ainsworth kicks a goal. It comes back. I'm not sure if he knew the defender was there, but still, Sam Walsh won a mark of the year, I think in his first year. He went back with a flight when I think Charlie Dixon was coming out. And he went back with the flight. It ended up being mark of the year. And everyone's just like, this kid's made of the right stuff.
Oh, God.
It's not good. It is not good.
Fucking hell. It is such a bad loss. You've done a great roast. I don't even have to really roast any. This is how I've thought about Carlton forever. But that was the unlosable. And you think you guys should be getting covered the exact same as Essendon if Tom Lynch kicked straight. You'd be 0-3, 3 shocking, embarrassing losses if Tom Lynch didn't kick 2 goals, 7 that game. How crazy it does. So one of our mates, Nida, who's a mad Essendon supporter, was like, I feel like I haven't watched Carlton play forever. And he's an Essendon supporter. It's because the Bombers have played 3 times since Carlton last played footy. So Carlton played the Thursday night against Richmond. Friday night was Carlton Essendon. The next week was, who did Essendon lose to last week? Oh, I can't remember. They got pumped by whoever. And then Essendon played last night. Now Carlton play today after their bye. So we've seen Essendon go 0-3 in between Carlton's games. And you should be getting covered the exact same. So that is unbelievable stuff. Oh, man. They are cursed right now. Like, the weight and the pressure they must feel coming out of halftime, going like, this is unlosable. And when it starts going badly, It's like, and it feels like, I'm trying to think of a good team that have leadership. Like Harris Andrews and Lachie Neale wouldn't let that happen sort of thing. Feels like Jacob Wiedering and Pat Cripps and Sam Walsh all aren't on the same page, are they? Like, it shouldn't be happening. Are they all just sort of playing their own game when it starts going rather than being like, come on, boys, like, let's get in these trenches together. They all get a bit selfish.
It's weird. It's like, hey, like they wouldn't let it happen. But if it did happen, you let it happen once. This is
18 months worth.
Legit, 18 months worth. I was going to go back. I didn't have enough time. And I want to look at our first quarter performances. And then after that, how many times, I think we had, was it 10 or 11 times last year, we were in front at halftime and lost.
Yeah.
It was like 11 out of the first 13 games. It is so who excites you here, Jev, to come back into the side potentially? Adam Sard, Nick Hines.
Nah.
Nick Newman, potentially.
Oh,
Blake Acres, Lockie Fogarty, the Camperale boys that have done nothing. Ashton Moyer, Wade Dirksen hasn't played a game yet.
Adam Chera.
And Matt Cottrell. No. You excited?
No, I'm not excited.
Are you excited?
What's just as bad is Melbourne made the comeback. They got to 6 points down, and then Carlton kicked 2 in a row in the last quarter, and you were 20 points up in the last quarter, and you lost by 23. So they beat you by 43 points from that moment in the last quarter. Like, it's undefendable. They've come from 43 points down and then sort of beaten you by 43 in a way because they were 20 points down in the last quarter. Like, just unbelievable. They've come from 43 points down twice, basically.
I'm telling you, I will never, until 10 years' time, I won't defend this team anymore. How I'll be like, we'll come out there, we should beat them. I remember when I was like ages ago, 3-4 years ago, I was like, Cripps is better than Bont. No, he's not. No, like, I will not defend. I'm telling you. I will not defend anyone. If anyone wants to have an argument over any of them, I'll take it on. I'm telling you. Like, I can't. I actually cannot. It's about how you deal with these situations. You can't be up by 44 points and not win the game. Yeah. It's coaching and it's gameplay. When they're out there, you just watch certain individuals and teams are too good if you give them space. And we're not a one-touch side. The amount of time, I think it was in the, where was it? It was probably about 5 minutes ago. And someone kicked it to Matt Carroll by himself. He dropped it and he goes out of bounds. He's like, you've got to make that 20-metre kick. You've got to make that mark. We just crumble under pressure. Harry Mackay gives you absolutely nothing. He wouldn't scratch your back if you were itchy for a month, I don't reckon. He wouldn't give you anything. Not a thing. Honestly, it's so uncompetitive when you watch. I would give my nut to have Jake Waterman out there.
Oh,
Job Shanahan. We'll get into them in a second. Max Gawn, like, again, you had this team on the ropes. A champion played 250 games for the club. You knew that they were going to come. And it was borderline. Yeah, no, it was embarrassing. It was absolutely embarrassing. I'm so glad I left when I did just to beat the traffic. Oh, man. Anyone else you want to go through?
Well, we just got to give Melbourne some love. Does Cozzy Pickett's game and second half in general. So at halftime, he had, what did he have? He had 14 touches at halftime. Second half, he had 7 in the third quarter, 12 in the last quarter, so 19 touches, 1 goal, 1. He tackled Sam Walsh holding the ball right at the end of the fourth. He is an all-time A-grade talent. Like, he is special to watch, special player, and credit to him. And it just shows how hard he must have worked. He went this way as the game went on. He went upwards and he played his best in the last quarter. When I think of Cozzy, I think enormous first half, can kick 3 on you in a minute, and then he might go missing a little bit in the fourth quarter. Like a fourth quarter like that's the sort of shit like Hugh McCluggage does. You know, Bont does. Like, it wins you a game from behind in the last quarter. Stuff I criticise like Harry Sheezel for, like, it doesn't equal winning. Like, when's the last time they've come from behind in the last quarter on the back of what Harry Sheezel's done? Cozzy Pickett's just done that there and then. Like, that's an all-time performance. Max Gawn, 4 all day, highest rated AFL fantasy player on the app. 58 hit-outs. Jack Steele, like, just
Good
good on.
teamwork.
Jake Lever was fantastic. How many marks did Jake Lever had? 10 marks. Bailey Fritsch looked like prime 2021 Bailey Fritsch. How dangerous and fast did he look? 9 touches, 4 goals, 1. Everything he touched looked like it turned to gold. The young fellas, Harvey Langford, he's only had 16 touches. He's kicked 2. Kate Chandler's kicked 2. Oh, man. If I'm a Melbourne supporter, these new Melbourne Demons under Stephen King, I would be buying a membership tomorrow to watch Cozzy's career. I know our man Pricey, and I know he'll be listening. He's taken his son Harvey, who's a 3-year-old boy, to his 2 first games of AFL. It's Melbourne versus Saints and Melbourne versus Carlton as a Melbourne supporter. Could a kid get a better first 2 games to go to? Like, he's going to be a Melbourne supporter for life and have Cozzy Pickett's number on the back of his jumper for life because of what he's seen these first 2 weeks of being a D supporter. Good on them.
Fritsch was turning Lewis Young inside out like some dirty laundry.
Everyone
does. Everyone gets a look at the ice cream. Shout out. I thought Blizz didn't have I guess it's his first game. I thought his pressure was still really good. Something that we've missed. Had a couple of smothers, a couple of tackles. Motlop will never do that. I thought Harry Dean, he's a competitor. I love what he's made of. I like the cut of his jib. And he absolutely winded the fuck out of himself. But again, he did it competing. All the way to the very end. I love him. He came off his man a few times, took a really good mark. I was happy with him. We said when we did Melbourne season preview, I was like, I don't think Cozzy Pickett's year will be like it was last year. It'll either dip with the other guys gone and everything that's happened off field, or he's going to take it to the next level. And it looks like that's what he's doing. I just couldn't see it staying around the same as it was last year. Him in the midfield is such a point of difference. And it goes to show you don't have to be the big, strong, overpowering guy. Yeah. He's, with what his skill set is, I know Cripps can usually shrug players off. He just dances out. Yeah. He dances, and he's just as fucking tough. He'll run through anyone.
The 1-step 50 goal in the last quarter and then the Sam Walsh holding the ball tackle is just like stuff of legends, like stuff of just what he's made of. I had one more I wanted to get. I just want to ask you, and for Carlton supporters, it's the Premiership Podium test or the Premiership Cup test. Who on Carlton's list right now will lift the Premiership Cup at Carlton? So let's say Jagger and Harry Dean are 1 and 2. Yeah. They've got 15 years. I'd like to think they're going to lift the Premiership Cup. Will Jacob Wiedering and Sam Walsh, they're sort of the next iteration of it. Will they be there at the Premiership Cup, or do you reckon it's going to miss them as well?
It looks like it's going to miss them. It's honestly going to be another
10. So you're going to bring in Andrew Walker's son, who's going to be a gun. So you're going to have Harry Dean, Andrew Walker's son, and Jagger. You're going to have a couple of young guns, a few more drafts, and then they've got to get 50 games in them each, and then you've got to have a crack after that.
The way that AFL lists rebuild, especially with Tassie come in, it is forever.
Yeah.
It's not like the free agency. So the only thing, the fact that we've got picks there, but we're not even in a position to be like, all right, let's ship 3 picks off to go get a piece that we need. We need so much.
Yeah.
We need so much. We need guys that can kick. We need guys that can compete. But at 100%, and I'd love to know from anyone in the high performance field, it is 100% is between the ears.
Yeah.
I would love to stack everyone's numbers across 1K, 2K, the Bronco test.
Yeah, all of it.
Squat, bench, dead. Every single test, and see what they come up with. And I guarantee they're going to be very similar. Yeah. Across the board.
This
is 100% between the ears.
It's the pressure of playing for Carlton. It's the pressure of every week when you guys lose, the way the Carlton supporters react, and it's fire Vossi. And it's just maybe Voss has to go to get that new coach bump a little bit. They just get freed up a little bit, like Stephen King's done to Melbourne. Maybe the pressure's just too much. They all are so under the pump. They feel the pinch. You got to be freed up a bit.
You can't tell me Carlton would be a good place to walk into. It would be walking on eggshells everywhere, every meeting.
Yeah.
Every time you walk in the club, it'd be horrible.
Crazy.
They had to win this game. You bring a couple of young kids in, try and get them have that lift.
Yeah.
everyone got around him, and you try and get a good win, and then you move on to North Melbourne, hopefully try and go 3-1, and you lose in the worst way possible.
The Blizzard would be feeling sick in the change rooms. He'd be like, how the fuck did we lose that?
We're no good, Jeff.
I wonder how, and I haven't forgotten, the Carlton players, the Carlton people that told me Ollie Florent was a good kick of the footy. I wonder how they're feeling right now because he murdered it a little bit in the second half. I wonder how Ollie Florent and Will Hayward are feeling. Will Hayward didn't kick one today. He kicks one every week. All of a sudden, is he a product of this Carlton crap? That is not him. He's such a good player. Now it's like, now he's starting to feel the pinch of the pressure of playing for Carlton. So is Will Hayward, the pressure of playing on the MCG in front of this big fan base every week. Oh, man, it's just crazy. It's fucking crazy.
3 positives, though. 320 games are a cracker.
The G looked great today.
Perfect conditions. Like, you couldn't have a better day. You actually couldn't have a better day. Last 2 positives. Jagger Smith kicked the first of $41.
Yeah, you had him. I
got
can't
that.
remember if we said that right at the end of the last pod or off camera when we were letting it upload.
I posted a video anyway, so I definitely called it. And we hit the first pull-em of the year.
Yeah, great stuff.
We hit the first pull-em, so if Cozzy we thought he was pretty juicy for 3. I'm glad I put him at 3 because I may not have pulled him at 2.
Yeah.
So I'm glad I did. Glad I had the 3, pulled him. Walsh ended up getting his 30. So we turned a 34 multi into a $10. You'll be happy with a $10.
Win's a win.
Essentially, we got $10 for Sam Walsh to have 30.
Win's a win.
Which is a win. So
we're
on the board, Jeff. The account's semi-full.
What else was it? I can't remember. All right. That's 20 minutes on the Blues. That's good. So it's going to be a long roast. Das, apart from the Showtime Swans, my new favourite team to watch in the league is the brand new, gritty West Coast Eagles. I can't explain how much I love watching the Eagles. They did it again. The exact same thing they did to North. So this game started at 9:30 a.m. Perth time for them. How's that for under the bus? Their coffee was still kicking in. They weren't awake yet, this and that. And after they were down 26-0, then I'm pretty sure they were down by 31, maybe 33 points, something around there. I can't remember the exact number. And then it was 3 quarters of just beating up Zach Butters, Harley Reid doing his thing where he gives out his shots and he takes his licks. He goes to the bench about 4 times a game to get his ribs checked, comes back on and gives out more shit. They beat up Zach Butters. It was Job Shanahan. It was Mudflap Waterman. It was Will Dersma, who's a fucking gun. He's the first Dersma you draft. It took 3 misses to draft the best one. He's a fucking gun. It was Shanahan and it was Mudflap fucking Waterman. He's the fucking man. I am so impressed by the brand new Eagles. That was an all-time win. They are winners now. I don't know what it was in the off-season. I don't know if they went away. Remember when Dimmer said they've got to stop pissing on the porch about Gold Coast? Like, stop pissing on the porch. The puppies have to, whatever he said. Feels like Liam Baker took him away and he said, nah, none of this shit anymore. We're going to be ruthless fucking cunts. And they went and just drank piss for the weekend or a week. They went on a week bender. They've come out and they just belt teams. And I reckon they put a bit of fear into teams. Liam Baker, Mudflap, Harley Reid, Elliot, they just start crunching blokes. All of a sudden, Zach Butters never soft. He was getting up sore. He was grabbing his ribs. He was getting his shoulder. They just kept hitting him. In the last quarter, him and Harley Reid clashed in a centre bounce. They clashed heads. They were both on the ground holding their head. Both got up, kept going. And it's like Harley Reid got the fucking chocolates again. He had 20 and 2. He's an all-time player, Das. I love him. I would take him over Harry Sheasel 10 out of 10 days. The way he plays footy is just all time. And Mudflap kicked 2 of the best goals I've ever seen. The one on the stroke of halftime was great. He just came out, full hands out and just gloved it, didn't fumble at all, went back from 50 and slotted it. The one in the 4th quarter with 10 goals should win goal of the year or should be nominated for goal of the year this week. Got a high free kick, just pointed at the goals. The umpire's like, no, you're not having a shot. The man on the mark was 5 metres outside the 50-metre arc, and he just went back and buried it. It's one of the best goals I've ever seen. And then Job Shanahan's mark with 90 seconds to go, up by 1, is a Leo Barry moment for him. They just got it right. Man, they are good to watch. They are apart from the Showtime Swans, they are the best watch in the AFL. Go and watch these blokes go to work. It is so impressive.
We need a name for them. Like,
they're just
be
gritty.
West Coast.
The grit,
You want to be, yeah. We'll come up with a name for them. But as you said, the old heads, and it seems like Jake Waterman said there's a few younger kids and like at the club and like I know doing all their TikTok stuff, and he's like, "Fuck, that's not what we're about."
Yeah,
like, this wasn't West Coast. Never been West Coast like that. It's like we're losing. You make us look shit. The fact that, as you said, Jack Graham, the guy that carries the boats. It's amazing when you get Elliot Yeo and a couple of these older guys that can just stay there. Willem Dersma, put his magnet wherever you want. He high points the ball. He can sit behind the ball. Stenny said the other day, how good is all of them? They all flush a footy.
Yeah, they kick it well.
And he missed a couple of shots of goal that I'm sure he'd like to get back. Let's play a quick game of Mudflap or Mudflap. Who would you rather? Because if you don't pick Mudflap, I can't believe that you picked the other one. But would you rather Mudflap in your side or Jake Stringer?
Oh, Jake Waterman by a fucking mile.
Mudflap or Mitch Georgiades?
I think Mudflap. Because I want to ask you something about this. But yeah, go.
Mudflap or Joel Amati?
Mudflap.
Mudflap or Charlie Curnow?
Oh, fuck. Probably Mudflap.
Mudflap or Aaron Norton?
Mudflap.
Mudflap or Josh Treacy?
This is the one. All right, let me go quickly.
I got two more.
Think about this.
Mudflap or Treacy?
I think Mudflap because I like him.
Mudflap or Larky?
Mudflap.
Mudflap or Gunston?
Mudflap.
Mudflap or Ben King?
Mudflap.
Mudflap is the best forward in the comp, Jev, and don't let anyone fool you. Do not let anyone fool you. I've never seen a forward compete harder in the first 3 games this year. The first 3 games. You watch what he did against Gold Coast and Mac Andrews. They lost the game. He did not lose the battle.
He was fantastic.
He did not lose the battle. You look at what he did against North Melbourne. Didn't have his best game in front of goals. He was throwing his body around, doing everything he could to let that team win. And you look what he did again today. He just creates opportunities for himself. And again, he knows what his body can do. He hit that ball from like 75.
Oh, man.
He got it and he turned. He just went like this, boys, I'm going. You know, and that's leadership. That's on-field leadership when you know you can hit it. The worst thing you can do as a forward, Jev, is when you think you can and you kick it to the top of the goal square and the opposition knocks it through. That's the most selfish thing you can do as a forward. Jake Waterman's like, no, boys, I can do it. Go back, watch this. And it's just a tone setter. Oh. He is, don't get it twisted, ladies and gentlemen, he's the best forward in the comp. He's the best key forward in the comp.
Oh, it's a big call. He's kicked 3 goals 3, 1 goal 3, and 4 goals 4. So he's had 18 scoring shots in 3 games of footy. Like, it is domination right now. Now, I think the perfect question is, and I actually don't know the correct answer, and I think no answer annoys me. You can have whatever answer you want. Start one, bench one, cut one. Jake Waterman, Josh Treacy, Mitch Georgiades. They're all fucking guns. They're all guns. Mitch Georgiades was great today as well. He was awesome. If off the top of your head, what would you do? How I said it, start Mudflap, bench Treacy, cut Georgiades.
Easy. I think I'd be cutting Georgiades easy first out of those 2.
Wow, okay. I don't think it was that easy, but oh man, he's the fucking man. He's so impressive. Das, it's the fucking Showtime Swans off a bye have to go to West Coast and beat the Eagles, play Eagles next Saturday night. I'm fucking nervous about it. I don't know how many times. I don't know if the Swans have ever lost at Optus Stadium. I swear we've never lost there. We just go there and win.
Well, this is what everyone said. If they did a Survivor pick thing, it actually started this week, the SEN Survivor
I know,
pick.
I missed it. I was spewing.
Every single person, I reckon 90% of the comp is out.
Yep.
Everyone would have picked Port Adelaide. They're like, West Coast are playing at 9 o'clock in the morning. their last, what did you say on the pod? Their last fucking 8 times there, they've lost by an average of 60 points. And they came out there and they just showed. Sam Radford is doing what he did to Parky in D grade, C grade. He's changed their ball movement. They're just having a crack, the Eagles.
Yep.
Having a crack. I think a lot of teams are going to be scared of them. What's their schedule coming up? I'll get it up.
Get it out. I'm trying to figure out the Swans' record at Optus Stadium. Anyway.
Their schedule coming up, their line was 5.5, 4.5. I think I took them over. Did you take them under?
I think so. I thought it was 1 year off. Man, they're becoming a club where you're like, let's go and join. Like, they're going to be a big club in no time. I would love to play for the Eagles.
Chad?
I'm telling he's going to be, imagine, so let's just say they're going to finish.
Lockie Neal?
Let's say they're going to finish, they'll finish 13th or 14th this year. They might win 7 games, 13th or 14th. They'll add Lockie Neal next season. They could be pushing 10th, maybe 9th, 10th, 11th. Then they'll add Chad Warner as a 26-year-old in his absolute prime. Harley Reid will be like 24 with 100 games under him. Cooper Duff, Tyler, everything. And then they could be back to going prelim finals in Perth, Das.
Starcevic hasn't played yet?
No Starcevic. Man, it's crazy how
They're
good
going to scare some teams. So they've got the Swans.
Yeah.
Then they've got the Cats at Gather Round, which...
They add Norwood's Oval's a lot like GMHV. It'd be tough to win there.
Then they've got Freo, where don't count them out. Harley Reid played against them 2 years ago as a rookie.
They'll belt Freo. Like, they'll punch the suitcases out of him.
That is... What night's that? That's a Sunday 5:10 for us.
That's an all-timer.
Then they've got St Kilda at Marvel, which they might not do that well. Then they've got Richmond at Optus, Melbourne, Giants, Collingwood, Essendon, Port Adelaide again, North Melbourne, Carlton, Adelaide, Bulldogs. Man, they've got a good stretch in the middle of that. They could win 7 games.
Man, they are so good to watch. Next week against the Swans, fuck, I'm going to be a Swans supporter. The week after at Gather Round, they'll punch the fuck out of Bailey Smith. They will call him every name under the sun and belt the fuck out of him and see if he likes it. See if he's up for the fight. Because Liam Baker, Harley Reid, Elliot Yeo, Jack Graham, they're up for the fucking fight. Jake Waterman, they're happy to punch on. If you want to punch on for 4 quarters, they'll punch on. Man, it must be good being a West Coast supporter right now. 2 in a row. I can't remember the last time they've won 2 in a row. I was supposed to look that up before we started.
It's amazing how infectious it is, though, isn't it? You need to be bought in. You have to be bought in. If it's only one of them and the rest shy away, again, I don't want to harp on Carlton too long. Well, we're almost finished anyway. No one does that at the Blues.
Yeah.
There is not one person. I need a Waterman up forward.
Yeah.
I need him just to be like, I'm in.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Where's your Jack Graham that just starts belting blokes?
We're so soft, Jeff.
Oh, man. I absolutely love Swans West Coast next Saturday night. I am going to be pizza deep on the couch, Coke Zero in hand, just loving that game.
Shout out to the new sponsor, Coke Zero. I've had about 40 today.
Just knuckling them. Oh, that's an hour and a half, Rose. That Carlton stuff will be good. Good work, Dust. That's a round 3 edition. You know where to find us at 100K Sports. Apple, Spotify, YouTube, Instagram. Send it to a Carlton supporter, mate. See if he feels how Das feels. Send it to a mate. Who's got a buy next week? I'm so sick of these buys.
That's crazy. I'm going to the next 2 Carlton games as well.
Good Friday, and then what? Oh, Gather Round. Oh, there you go. My fucking camera's out. Peace.
Time to go.
Imagine what you could be buying instead.
For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.